All right. I'm Denise Camille, urban love therapist, self-awareness coach, coming to the barbershops every Saturday. Y'all want to have a free... Oh, he wants to be in the camera
How
today.
y'all doing, man? Y'all know this our wellness coach. She come in here and get us right, give us some stuff to think about, some do's and don'ts of life.
There you go.
Check her out, though, man.
Okay, appreciate it. He gonna tag himself in the video in a little bit, but either way. Right, who else would have shot themselves? Either way, anybody got any questions before we start? No? I know you said you...
I got one. I'm going to kill y'all with this one.
Okay, let me hear. It better not be no politics question.
No, look.
Okay.
When do you know you are emotional intelligent?
Very good question. Oh, look at the star Sagittarius today acting up. He said, when do you know you're emotionally intelligent? Anybody want to take a crack at that answer?
When you start making right decisions to benefit your life to move forward.
When you start making right decisions. Right decisions. So what could seem right, but it's actually wrong?
Marriage.
For real?
Marriage without a prenup? Okay.
You marry the wrong woman, you marry because you look good, then once you got with her, you can't stand it.
Okay, so let's say, well, let me run with his joke. Married, he said married without a prenup, right? Let's say you get a prenup. You could still have a connection to that individual energetically. And that could ruin your whole lineage, right? Prenup don't mean nothing. That's money. Money is a resource. Right? No, he said marriage without a prenup. And I said, let's say you get the prenup, but then you realize you still energetically connected to her.
Yeah.
Because to me, energy speaks longer than longevity.
When do you know
what's emotionally intelligent?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you gave a good answer where you said where you're making right decisions for your life, right?
Yeah.
And he said, I said, what's the right, what's the wrong? He said a marriage. So what else could be a right decision for your emotions?
Like improving yourself.
Like what?
Your education.
Okay.
Your motivation.
Okay. So
your communication.
So how do you know when you're not communicating effectively? When you're he said when you're stuttering a lot.
No, he said when you're printing, you get across.
No, he said, the young man, he said when you're stuttering a lot.
Youngblood said when you're
Right.
stuttering.
He said when you're stuttering a lot.
Get
But for him, on his mindset, it's when you're stuttering a lot. That's when you can't communicate. But the good thing about stuttering is that when you stutter, it actually shows that your brain is moving faster than your mouth is. So you are getting it across. Don't ever think that you're not doing great. I used to stutter a lot back in 4th grade, right? And I realized, I knew I wasn't stupid. I just knew my mind is just moving so fast, my mouth is not catching up to it, right? So if let's say you have a stuttering issue, I would say write it down. That way that will help the mind slow down, okay? All right. So he said, and thank you for that. So you said, what did he say? It's communication? When you was not?
Yeah, when your point not getting across.
When your point is not being getting across. Okay.
Y'all got y'all volume up here? You got everything up here? Your point still down there.
So here's what I say to that. Especially when I do a lot of couples counseling. Women are like, ah! And I'm like, okay, shut up. First of all, shut up. You're yelling for no reason. Well, okay, let me not say shut up. Let me say turn your volume switch all the way down. Because, but you could say turn your volume switch down. If that's your mate, she should be able to respect you to say. No, if y'all respect each other, she would listen to what you have to say. Right. That's me thinking to say shut up. I can tell somebody else be quiet, whatever. Because in my mind, you're so high, you're not even listening. So when he said, when you're not getting the point across, if y'all know y'all in a yelling match, stop. Because that means y'all not getting anything across. Y'all just exchanging poor energy, right? Because you're draining yourself. It's draining. It's energetic draining, right? So, what I also suggest is when you're with a mate, you want to get to know her perspective. That way when you're saying it, she's understanding it. You're not just, oh, I'm coming from here and she's coming from here. You can't say the same thing the way you normally would. She doesn't understand it. Or what I say to make it easier, if you know she likes, I don't know, makeup.
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
Why is it so hard to communicate with women though?
Because you're speaking from your perspective.
But hey,
You're not seeing it
But we can communicate with y'all though. But y'all can't communicate with us.
because okay, so
Women can't stay criticism.
women can't stand criticism.
Women can't take
right, I was gonna say.
Women don't
So
like to be told no, and they don't
You
like
know,
to be criticized.
So-
women are
so-
perfect in the eyes.
so I would say there's a filter, right? There's a filter that a lot of females who have that portal power, they think because they have an extra portal, they think they're more powerful than their counterparts. That's not right?
Right.
So like you said, they don't like criticism.
They don't like criticism.
But a lot of people in school growing up and children, you don't like your teacher telling you what to do.
We talking about women.
Right.
It's
But
like your mate.
Yeah, we talking about.
But
your
if this
mate,
is-
your
Hold
partner.
on, give me an example.
Okay.
If you tell your woman, baby, you know what? You every time I say something, baby, you always got something negative to say back to me.
Right,
Then
right.
she say, well, what about you?
so what is that? That's tit for tat. She's not at a
There's lot of
high
women like that.
but she's not at a high vibration.
But she can come at you and tell you about
No,
you.
no, no.
You
You
can talk
have-
about it and deal with it.
But you have to tell her, hey, I don't respect that. If you don't put it there, she's not going to respect you.
Yeah, but the emotional intelligence part comes into play when you can't be communicating.
But if you know that she's not emotionally intelligent, go ahead. If you know that she's not emotionally intelligent, then you would definitely want to stop. You would have that level of boundary up, right? You'd want to have that level to say, hey, I can't respect you because you can't respect yourself. It's just that simple. I think it's basic communication.
A lot of times when we make a choice about who we decide to be with, we know their communication skills, but we still make that choice. Exactly. And so, and then
I'm not here,
when
coach.
they,
I'm hearing it. I'm picking it up. She said it's choices.
Yeah. She said,
Yeah.
she's saying you already know this guy anyway. Once you choose to be with him, you already know that he can't communicate, right?
or she doesn't communicate the way you want to, but you still choose them.
You choose to be with him.
Exactly. So
That's true.
who has the issue? You or that person?
Usually you do. It goes back to you.
Yeah, it still goes
But
back
even
to you.
okay, so even let me run with the fact of a choice. Let's say a woman says, "I know what type of personality people." No, he's. What, you saying the
That's what
same
people
thing?
Change. And she
People
said-
people can change, but
she
that's
said
on
that You
him.
think people change, but this is the reason I
So
said
you're
that.
saying people come one way and then they choose to be. then
It
they
might be
change and
3 years
another?
later.
What did you mean when you say you?
Right, because y'all was saying two different things.
Change. So I still think it's about choices, and I think that we don't know how to initially we don't know how to make choices. And so when you choose, you want to be able to choose somebody that's going to evolve like you evolve.
Right.
And whatever you change to, or whatever she changed to, you can still be accepting of each other.
Right.
And you learn how to still love each other. You may have to relearn that, but we don't really know how to choose. And so we just choose based on a lot of times what we see on the outside versus what's core on the inside.
But is
wouldn't even-
that what you got? But I hear what
Well, it
she
was
said.
too easy. It was like I'm just threw the
What I'm
match
saying
in
is What
there.
she just said makes sense, but
Right.
like I'm saying, people change.
He was
though.
talking from a different angle.
I'm
He's
people
saying
change
he's
because
saying
when I first met you, right? Yeah, when I first met you, I'm a hairstylist, you a hairstylist. Oh man, we got that in common. We sit down at home and we talking about hair and people. We got that in common, right? 3 years later go by, right? Then you start telling me, you know what? I'm just tired of cooking all the time, but I'm still eating, right? But you telling me I'm tired of cooking.
right.
You done changed on me,
So okay, so that
You
was a
done
whole
changed on
different.
me.
That was a whole different change. So
but you changed though.
That's all right. So now what do we do about that? I'm tired of cooking.
Yeah.
So how do you meet that person where they are that they're tired of cooking?
or
Can't like me. Hey, yeah, you can't like me. You know what I do? I just go buy me something.
no, I was or.
What kind I gotta eat, right?
Okay.
But wait a
Go buy me
minute.
something, and I buy her something too.
Or what if?
You're tired of cooking.
Yeah.
Or you could also find meals that doesn't require you to take up as much time with cooking. But why? Because she changed.
You ain't never had
She
no
no
blue,
longer
no
wants to
blue one?
cook.
I ain't never
She
seen
feels
no
like
blue.
it's such grand old thing of
okay.
changing. Maybe because her life has changed. Cooking sometimes can take up more time than what she actually has. So how do you find recipes that you can prep and cook with
Okay, that's good. Hold on, answer this one.
I was gonna say.
How about 3 years later? 3 years later.
Another 3 years. Right.
3 years later.
Okay.
She don't want to have sex no more.
Okay,
Hold
so
on,
wait a
hold on.
minute.
She don't want to have sex no more.
Can I answer that though?
But when we first met, we was having sex like rabbits.
Can I answer that? So he just threw out a question talking about why is it that a woman is dry, right?
Yes.
And I'm gonna throw it back here. Everything that we do is based on our mental and emotional.
Right.
Everybody knows sex is 90% mental, 10% physical, right?
Yeah.
Let's go back to cooking, right?
Yeah.
Before she said, I'm tired of cooking, she was giving you waves of, I don't want to do this no more. I'm tired. You don't want to bypass her throwing out her waves of, hey, something's going to change. You're like, it ain't going to change. That was up to you to pick up that first flag and say, what can I do to help learn how to be a better mate to help us cook? Because we both got to eat. So when she dropped that first bomb, you should have picked it up and said, I got to do something because at some point she's going to just shut me out. And I'm like, oh man, I got to buy food.
Right.
But she gave you the hints to say, I'm changing because I'm tired. I want a difference. She could have said something like, hey, I found some recipes we both can cook. And she could have said that. But that's up to you to pick up the pieces.
But one of the guys be like, I'm not cooking nothing.
Then that's your stubbornness. You're going to walk away from something grand.
Yeah.
That's up to you, right?
But what about the sex part?
Then you got to find ways to get back into the role playing. Everything is it's mental.
Yeah.
Everything is mental. So she might like the role play. She might like to do something different. She might like it in a different environment. But again, she built up a resentment, so her mind shut down. So she doesn't want to go back to that. She's mad at you.
No, sometimes they're not even mad.
But there's something underlining. When I say mad, like a resentment,
Yeah, about something.
like a deeper resentment, and you got to ask those right questions to say, hey, here's where we are. What is it that's still triggering about what happened in the past? And that's her problem for holding on to it too.
Without letting you know.
Right? Because now you don't even know she mad at you for like 9 years, and you're like, wait, I thought we was good. We done did trips, cruises, all of that. So it's all mental.
I know it's mental for a woman.
It's mental for a man too.
Yeah.
When a man can't get up, that's mental. He think about something else and he feels some kind of way.
Can you get up for somebody else?
He get up for somebody else, but because she made him feel some kind of way in his vulnerability, he can't respect her, so he can't get up.
I agree.
Yeah. So going.
I'm telling her about a lot of women are so they're so nice with their girlfriend. Now I know you got girlfriend. You be like, you sit down and talk to her. You like, girl, I don't know how you single. You got it going on. You're beautiful. You got a nice job. You know what I'm saying? You got a lovely personality. You always helping everybody, but she's no good in relationship.
Or it could be, maybe she's still at a. Some women will choose to be free now.
Yeah, that's true.
Because sometimes the relationship is so dramatic and toxic. Why am I putting myself through that? My peace has no price on it. I value my time. So think about a woman who chooses. That's a choice. It's a choice. It's a choice to be married. It's a choice to be single. That's why I can't understand people who are in marriages that cheat. If you knew you weren't going to be fulfilled by this partner, why did you marry him? Now you got a whole bullet following you.
I'm gonna tell you this. Women always ask why.
Why what?
You know, why did you marry her then? This and that. Or a woman too, why did you marry him?
Some people don't. Some people choose marriage for stability, for money.
Marry for different reasons.
Right, because marriage is still a business.
Like for one thing, we know women marry for security. The majority.
Security of what?
Security of their lifestyle. The way they live, the way life for them can be.
But don't you have a lot of women who have their own lifestyle before they have a man?
Yeah, but this guy can make it better. She ain't got to stay in the apartment no more. Now she stay in the 5-bedroom house. And she can bring them down.
So for the fantasy, okay. So for the fantasy, she will get with a man
Let me tell you
to.
about a guy too.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
same thing
okay.
with a man.
Right.
A man will marry a woman because, look, she got a good job.
Okay.
She's a lawyer.
Stability.
Right.
Okay.
Love ain't got nothing to do with it.
Okay. So in reality, you're hurting yourself by putting yourself in a predicament that's not worth it.
I agree.
So you want to learn a hard lesson over a long duration of time.
But some people never learn that lesson.
Okay.
Some people don't learn that lesson. Some people are always, every person they date, you can see them. All them niggas look just alike.
It's a pattern.
The woman, like, man, every woman you date look, all them women look just alike.
But that's just who they are attracted to, right?
Yeah. But it ain't working.
Well, and that's them. Right, that's them. Like I said, go sit in the corner and hit the timeout with the dunce cap on and go heal. Right, and go heal. Right, that's insanity.
I speak for myself, right? I speak for myself, right?
Okay.
Like even growing up, I used to love them light-skinned women, right? You goddamn red bone. But get what happened?
What?
It never worked. It would never ever work.
But you had to learn that
So get what I
though.
had to learn? I had to learn to like who like me, no matter.
Or what about liking you regardless of what you like?
I already like me.
You didn't? You said you
I
didn't?
already like me.
Oh, you already liked you. Okay.
I'm so lucky me. I love me some me.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I love me some me. I'm not one of them people that like my family and all my kids. They come for me. I ain't like that.
So you come first.
I come first.
Which is true. You're supposed to come
I
first anyway. Right.
Not my kids.
Right, they
Not
come
my-
after anyway.
no,
Right.
no, I come first.
Right.
Then I can help y'all come along.
Right, like I tell my
I'm not
kids.
finna suffer.
Because of
trying to make your
Right.
ain't happen.
No.
No, you just
So-
a person on earth.
Right. I'm here to guide you, and that's about it, right?
Yeah.
So going back to that emotional intelligence, how do you represent emotional intelligence no matter what room you walk into?
By being able to not be controlled by an action. You know what I'm saying by that?
Okay.
You can't react off what they giving you.
Okay.
And I think that's why I was asking, because I feel like a lot of us, even myself, is you don't have self-control if that person can say something
And
it
you
gets
get
out of
triggered.
character.
Okay.
He who anger you
that's
control
what
you.
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
I'm saying. So,
So
it's
instead-
emotional intelligence
Yeah, I'm
when
past
you
that.
cannot allow
You
them
can't anger
to
me.
get you to that level.
To that place.
Yeah.
So instead of reacting, you'd rather respond.
Not even respond. It's the way that you respond.
It's
the
the
way
way
that
you
you
respond.
react.
Right, because there's a difference. So when you react is a child's mentality, right? Responding is an
No, but
adult.
But you can react. You can react, but not react aggressively. or not
Right,
react-
right. We say the same thing.
So the reaction is on you. But it's in your control.
Right. Or you can choose, like you said, to not say anything
We argue
and
with
walk
a woman,
away.
They be like, he's sassy. He said, that'd be the first thing a woman say. He's sassy.
Yeah,
I'm like, damn,
yeah.
so a man can't express how he feels.
Man can't
Okay, so let me.
I got nothing to ask.
But wait. So if she says what she say? He's sassy.
Yeah, like if I argue with you, like me and you having a debate, and
Right.
I'd be like, ah. You be like, damn, why you so sassy, Graham? Like that's the word women using for men arguing.
So
with
you need to pay attention. I wouldn't say need. I would suggest for you to pay attention to what the terminologies that individuals use. If somebody say that you're sassy, that's a clear indication that if that's not somebody you want in your
That's the
vicinity.
go-to word for a man expressing himself.
No, it really shouldn't be because men always express themselves. But a woman wants a man emotional, don't she?
No. First thing a woman said, oh, he's so emotional.
As soon as you try to
Cause look,
So if a woman says a man's emotional, does that mean that she's toxic masculine?
nah, to me that means she don't want to listen.
If a woman says that a man is
she don't wanna
emotional,
listen.
does that mean that she's toxic masculine?
it just all depends on how
I mean, toxic. The word toxic is in now. Because
But
she
for
don't want-
me,
she
but
don't
who
want
are you
say
to tell me that I'm a human? I have emotions.
But a lot of women don't like that. Because you know, a lot of women think they shit don't stink.
That's what I'm saying. Their portal power thinks that they could just use it because they got an extra portal. It's like, oh, well, I got more than you. No, you really don't.
Right.
Because again, like my brother said, he threw an argument now, a discussion out there. He said, let's say he got with a woman and she chose, they end up getting it and whatever, she ends up getting pregnant. She decides, hypothetically, I'm going to terminate the pregnancy. He said, I'm going to sue her for murdering my legacy. I said, you got a good argument there because in reality, without your sperm, she can't procreate.
Right.
So he was like, I'm gonna sue her.
Right.
Because it's not just your body. It's we both did this together. So that will help see that emotional part. I have a say so just like you do.
But do you have a case?
Yeah, you do. Why wouldn't you have a case?
So we're still talking about man law. You talking about human law, right?
I'm talking about human law.
Yeah, but I'm talking about man law.
If you know how to defend yourself and you have a good case, you could probably, and I think I've heard somebody already tried it before and it worked.
Oh, okay.
They sued her because it's like, who are you to say my body, my choice? You open up your legs to me.
Yeah.
That's my salivary glands in you.
But if somebody did it more, I guess it can happen.
Anything is possible, but at the same time, he could also sue her and say, you can't do that. Because there's a lot of men who still want children.
I'm gonna tell you why I say a lot of women can't communicate. Because with a woman, we're gonna be talking about what's going on today.
Right.
We're gonna be talking about what's going on today. You'll bring up last year.
But that's what I talked about. That's resentment. That's unforgiveness. That's not a good heart.
Yeah. But that means you
Right.
can't communicate because you want to be right.
So then I bet you, let's say hypothetically you weren't married, right? You're in a relationship with a woman, right? She pulls that study. You say, you know what? I'm leaving. I bet you she'll chase you back like, oh, let's talk about it.
Oh, yeah,
but it's like, why you want to catch me now when I'm gone?
Yeah.
You didn't want to talk properly when I was in front of you. Walk away potential is the best thing any human could have. I don't have to talk to you. If you can't respect me or you, ain't nothing to talk about.
But you know, like, I've been married for 18 years. You know what I figured out? You got to get to know that person.
Before you do anything.
No, ain't no before nothing. You got to get to know that person while you with them. Cause everybody, you never know no person's 100%.
No,
Right?
but
you can know, check this out, but you can know how to handle them. You can know how to talk to them.
isn't that the investment of getting to know each other?
Yeah.
That's investment.
Yeah, I know, but you
That's
can't do it before
friendship.
you get married.
You can
get
choose
know a little bit
before you get married. You know enough about them to know, hey, I know what they like. I know how they function. I know what it makes sense to do and not do.
No, it's still,
You don't know that before you get married to them?
No, I'm still learning with my wife. Now I learn how to talk to her without her bringing up the past.
Well, that's different.
I had to learn
Let me
that,
turn
though.
this off.